Take two. Why do I get more nervous when I'm recording than when I am live? I don't know. Anyway, hi everybody. My name is Margaret Pennard. I am a historical fiction and fantasy author. There. If I read it, I'll get it right. Welcome to Booktube. Today, I'm doing something a little different. Instead of a regular book wrap-up or book tag, this is an Authortuber book tag. So what I have for you today, welcome all, is this nifty book that I'm going to talk about by Mariah Ankenman. It's called Perfect Imperfections. And I was tagged for this tag by Emma Bennett, a romance author. So I thought, what better genre to choose to do the swap with than a romance author? So Mariah writes romance, and I'll tell you more about her with the questions on the tag. But I met her through TikTok, where she is hilarious. So let's get right to the questions. There's not too many, so this shouldn't be too long, as per my usual long live streams. So thank you, Emma, for tagging me, and let's get on to number one. What genre do you write? And this is talking about me. So let me pop this up. Boom! I write historical fiction, which I already told you, and there's also some fantasy sprinkled in there. So if you go from right to left on my screen, I don't know what that will look like on your screen. Memory Sausage, my first book, is a historical mystery. Dulcie's Legacy, my second book, is a supernatural YA that has bits of history in it. The Keening, The Grasping Root, and Stormwrack and Spindrift are my historical fiction trilogy, which will be coming out in a new box set on November 7th. And Fabled Passages is a collection of short stories that have historical bits and supernatural bits. So I've really been taking my favorite pieces and just combining them in different ways. So that's what I write. What genre does my swap Mariah write? She writes romance, of course, and I love it. I love it. Number three, what genres do you usually read? So I had lots of answers here because I got a little into the details. Historical fiction, urban fantasy, historical mystery, nonfiction, and of course you probably saw my nonfiction November recommendations recently because that was a big video. Social sciences, nature memoirs, historical and contemporary romance. I mean, there's a lot. I read a lot. I'm an eclectic reader, and I'm the queen of books you've never heard of. Oops. There's too many wires for me to flail my hands around. Number four, what genres does your swap usually read? Romance, she said. And you can find her hilarious TikToks here. So I'll post that link down in the description. Question 5, what did you like about your swap's book? Okay, so I will put this back up. I read Perfect Imperfections, which is coming out on October 24th, so in just 2 days when this video comes out. And there are so many things I liked about it, I had to take notes. So, likable protagonists, both people in the love interest situation. I learned about zoos as well as about OCD. So one of the things to know about this is that Mariah said she's written, this is a future question, so I'm skipping ahead. She's written 15 books, but this is the first one where she imbues a character with a condition that she herself has, so she's a little more nervous. So this is why we want to see people read this neurodivergent representation and support it and support our author friends. So that's what I'm asking you to do. The gentle treatment of feelings. So when I go to romance, I don't expect it to be like real world feeling. It's a lot of escapism for me. And so like people who are gentle with each other and listen to each other and reflect back their feelings and have great friendships and know what each other is thinking, that is beautiful. So not realistic, but gentle. I like it. I love it. Yummy steamy scenes, which is why my hair is wet, because it's been steamy around here for sure. Cute puns. Oh my gosh. She gives her main character animal pun t-shirts, and it's just an excuse for a riot of animal puns, which is perfection in my opinion. Funny friends. I love when you have friendships that are secondary, that help support the character fleshed out, get the character fleshed out, as well as help with like plot and timing and revelation. Just perfect. There's a happy ever after, of course. It's a romance. They showed the struggle on both sides. So sometimes it can be like, I don't know, miscommunication trope, and one person really likes the other, but the person doesn't know it, and so they're like trapped in their own head. Where in this case, it showed different issues for either person, so they were both struggling in different ways, which I really liked. I see that's a little eyedropper of reality that I can take in my romance. Yes. And then finally, it was easy to read. I read this book in one day. Just sailed right on through. I don't know what it is. It's not like it's second grader language. It's just something about the flow. Maybe it's because it's chiefly dialogue, or like the paragraphs aren't too long. I haven't nailed this down yet, but very easy to read, very fast paced. So love that about it as well. Next question is number 6. Would you keep reading this genre? Hells yes, because I already do, and I love it, right? Usually, like, contemporary romance has to be something special for me to read it. Usually I stick to historical romance, but this had something special, and it was very satisfying. Number 7, were there any crossovers between your book and your swap's book? So in case you don't know which book I swapped with Mariah, I gave her her pick of any of the 6. And I won't say which one, but you may be able to tell. So I need to consult my notes for this one too, because I found a few crossovers. So one part of my book has someone being saved and the potential for romance due to that situation. So that was in common with this book, and it doesn't spoil anything because it's like the very first chapter. So that was a crossover. Another part of my book has a ghost or a legacy of a former partner, and that is also something that is an element in Mariah's book, Perfect Imperfections. And another part of my book has a woman resisting inner voices or training to do the right thing for herself, and that is also a theme in Perfect Imperfections with the OCD. So I found 3. We'll see how many Mariah can reference in her version of this tag, which I'm very excited to see on TikTok if you guys are on. All right, question 8. Does your swap have any other books available? Hells yes. You know what? I'm going to clear this off and show you. I took a screenshot of her website and her books, but it was vertical, so I couldn't fit it in the screen, so I turned it sideways. She has 15 other books, y'all, all romance, steamy and varying levels and cute plots and tropes and everything you know and love in a romance. So check it out. I will drop the link for her website down below. Question 9, where is your swap from? Mariah's from Colorado. And number 10, where does your swap live? Colorado. So she's got some similar answers to me and some very different. But this was pretty easy and super fun to be able to support a book that is about to come out. So very excited to recommend Perfect Imperfections by Mariah Ankenman. And you can pre-order it now. It'll be down in the description. But you can also request it at your library and make someone else's day, because then it'll be available for more people, which is always nice. So I'm going to tag some people too. I'm going to tag Chelsea, CM Lockhart, Holly Davis at Write Holly Davis, and Carolyn Choate, Book Funnel Fanatic. So 3 other author friends who haven't been tagged yet. I checked. And also anyone who wants to do it. It's a fun excuse to call someone up and say, hey, you want to swap books? And yeah, it takes a little coordinating, sure, but it's fun and good if you want to swap audiences and see if people can, I don't know, try a new genre, right? So that is me today. I will be on later with a writing craft book. It's sort of an Authortube kind of day, but I hope wherever you are safe, you're enjoying your reading, and having a lovely weekend. Thanks, everybody. Bye.